It is time now for our first check of the weather, and for that, let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Well, Brad, some of us in the CSRA dealt with some storms today. We had even a couple severe thunderstorm warnings just about a couple hours ago. Part of Saluda County had a severe thunderstorm warning. You can still see some of that heavy rain pushing down towards the southwest. We have an outflow boundary as well, so some additional storms could develop. So if you're in Aiken County, you're starting to see some lightning. There's some heavy rain here along I-20 as well, and just outside of Barnwell County as well, we have some of that rain. But our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam looking good at Augusta Regional Airport. Mostly clear skies tonight. We didn't pick up any rain at the airport today. We had temperatures well above average in the afternoon, made it to 97 degrees. It was noticeably hotter and more humid than it was over the past few days. Now we're in the mid 70s and lower 80s still towards the north. 76 in Augusta. Dew points are in the lower 70s. It's feeling muggy with winds out of the west-southwest, 9 miles per hour in Aiken, 3 in Barnwell. So overall, some pretty calm winds. You can see for tomorrow morning, we can't rule out a few showers here and there, but I am expecting mostly clear conditions. Some patchy fog possible as well with the mid 70s. We'll have another 30% chance of showers and storms tomorrow with a high of 96, then climbing all the way up to 99 on Friday. And I'll have more details on this heat wave coming up. Back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. A local tiny home community set.
Typical summertime weather for us continues tomorrow. It's going to be hot and humid with pop-up showers and storms. And speaking of typical summertime, we also have the tropics heating up. I'll have your tropical update and your full forecast when we return.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
I'm packing. The Live 5/6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5/6.
Welcome back. We had some rain today. A lot of places did stay dry or just pick up on some very light rainfall, but notice these yellow pockets here, one of those near Gibson in Glasscock County, another in far southwestern Aiken County near Jackson. We had pockets of around 2 to 3 inches of rainfall, and that was from some heavy downpours. We even had a severe storm earlier around parts of Aiken, Richmond, Burke, and Barnwell counties, but overall a pretty quiet night. We did have those showers off in the distance in far northeastern Aiken County, but our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam in downtown Aiken looking good. It's a warm night, 76 degrees out there. It's muggy. Dew points are in the 70s, and we continue to see this high pressure in the northern Gulf leading to a southwest wind that is going to lead to the chance of some isolated showers and storms again tomorrow. It won't be a washout, but we have that 30% chance of rain, then down to 20% Thursday and Friday, and up a bit to 40% on Saturday. But for tomorrow, notice that marginal risk of severe weather throughout the majority of the CSRA. We'll be watching for the possibility of some damaging wind gusts and small hail in the afternoon. But similar to today, it's going to just be isolated locations. I know many of you don't even know what I'm talking about when I reference that severe storm, and that's because these storms are so tiny, but they can become strong, and they can dump a lot of heavy rain as well. We have that marginal risk of excessive rainfall along the I-20 corridor and down towards Barnwell and Bamberg. So that's where we'll be watching for some flooding concerns. We are under the influence of a ridge of high pressure, and around that ridge, we have some storms developing. So it's not a complete washout, but these systems are can get strong, and that's what we're watching now across parts of Tennessee. Some flooding and strong thunderstorm activity happening now, even late at night, and this is going to continue to move down towards the south. Now I think a lot of it will break apart as it gets closer towards the CSRA, but here's your future cast tonight at midnight. It's not picking up on some of that rain we're seeing in Aiken County, so I do still expect some of that to move in a little bit further down towards the southwest, and by the time we get to around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, some of that rain could briefly touch some of our northern counties, but most of us starting out the day dry. Some patchy fog possible tomorrow in the areas that saw the rain today with all that moisture on the ground, but picking things up tomorrow afternoon. Once again, it's not going to be a washout, but some of those storms could develop as we get into the afternoon hours. And let me switch this over so you can see those storms as we get into our Wednesday. Definitely not going to be anything widespread, but once again, some of those pockets of heavy rain will be possible as we get into our Wednesday afternoon hours. And you can see that there, some damaging wind gusts and hail possible as we look at those storms develop. Now, overall, for your Wednesday, we're going to see temperatures start out in the mid 70s, and then we'll be climbing into the mid 90s in the afternoon. It will be very hot and humid, with those highs getting up to 96 in Augusta and Aiken. High heat stress potential as well. And you can see on our 10-day forecast that the temperatures are only going to continue to climb from there. 99 on Friday and again on Monday. And then even next week, still staying very hot and humid. Back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. A proposed data center bringing a crowd and coming up, divers in the UK finding a bottle of unopened beer in a shipwreck. How old is that Guinness?
Here is one more look at our 10-day forecast. It is going to stay hot and humid. 96 tomorrow, then up to 99 on Friday and again on Monday. We'll have a 30% chance of showers and storms tomorrow, then down to 20% Thursday and Friday, up to 40% on Saturday, and that typical summertime weather continues into next week.
A team of divers coming across a pretty interesting find while they were exploring a shipwreck off the coast of the United Kingdom. A 162-year-old bottle of Guinness that may still be drinkable. They found the bottle of Guinness Extra Stout in the English Channel in the boat's cargo hold and sent samples to microbiologists who could prove whether the 1860s beer is still okay to consume. Divers think there's an entire case of it in the wreckage that went down in 1864. Have you had Guinness? Ever?
No.
It tastes like it could be 162 years old and found at the bottom of the ocean. So I don't know how you tell the difference between today's version and the one they found in that wreck. So we'll see. Have a good night, everybody.
How one insider